Yeah guys, today I'm going to show you this really interesting DC power supply, and that's from the very well-known brand FNIRSI. Model type is IPS3608. By the way, I have to admit that I got it for free to show you all the really nice details, but still my honest opinion, because I would never claim something which is not true. We have so many functions here. Of course, I can't show you everything, but I'm going to show you what's in the box. I'm going to show you the basic functions, and I'm definitely going to test a couple of things in detail so we can see how good the quality really is. We have some really promising features. For example, power up to 36 volts, maximum output of 285 watts, very low ripple current of below 10 millivolts. We have dual output. We have USB-C, PD fast charge, PD quick charge, these things. And so that's how it's stored in the box with some accessories, nicely protected. And I would say it makes a really good impression, very professional design. We have also these 4 soft rubber feet for a secure stand. We have nice ventilation here, the large display control field, plus minus 2 times USB, and here the accessories, instructions manual. We have the plus and the minus cable. We have a USB A to USB-C cable, and we have the 3-prong AC power supply. Okay, and so I have it plugged in. In the back we can turn it on. We have this on-off switch, and so it's booting up. Asks us for the language. That's not a touch display, but the display can be adjusted regarding the angle. So if you have it very low or up very high, you can nicely adjust it. I would say viewing angle is really nice. Good quality display, of course not super large, but easily visible. So I select English, press OK. And now we have already pretty much standard overview, what we usually see on a DC charger, but we have even additional information. A very important thing is also to see how easy it is to use, for example, without instructions manual. When you haven't been using it for a longer time, you don't want to read instruction manual every time. So let's see what we can do here just intuitively here with clicking around. So obviously with this button here we can switch between the voltage setting and the ampere setting. I hope you can see that small yellow mark here, and then we can go left and right. For example, here we have a 5, and then can we adjust it? Yeah, really nice here. Can adjust every single digit here nicely up to 2 digits. That's a push button, but I don't see any function at the moment. Oh, really nice. You can see here we can select specific digits here, but when we increase it above 9, it will not only increase the selected digit, it will also affect the total number. That's a pretty cool thing. That's much better than with the last thing I've seen, but it would have been nice to have also push function. So I've set it here to 5 volts, 1 amp. Let's see if we can start. Here we have this run button. Yeah, probably it would run. You can see here as soon as we hit this button, we can see the green light, we can see the voltage here, but of course no amp is flowing because we have nothing connected. We can stop it here again. Then let's see what we can do with the left button. So we can get to the next menu where it says data set. Probably these are presets. Let's see the AM1 here. Yeah, we have voltage set, we have the amps. We have over voltage protection, over current protection, over power protection, and over temperature protection. So how can we set it? Yeah, here the push has definitely a function. That's nice. So we can really set everything here. Go back, I guess, with this one here. So we have 6 different presets. Then on the right side we have the system settings, language brightness, volume. Volume, that's something. Don't need this beeping. Okay. And then let's go up again to the right side. About, we can see the version, and go back. So these are the basic options. And so what's going to happen when you just rotate this? Yeah, here we have these 3 different pages with graphics, with more details, with the overview. But let's check when you're using the power. So let's first check USB-A. I'm using the included cable, so nobody can blame me for using a wrong cable. And so that's what I've found regarding compatibility. I think highest wattage I can see here is 40 watts. I haven't found anything about different power here on USB in the specs. So I'm trying with a quick charge, 5 volts, 9 volts, 12 volts. So looks like that's the maximum. And so let's check the ripple current on USB-C with 5 volts. We are at around 55 millivolts. Maybe not absolutely perfect, but I would say decent. By the way, of course, same thing with USB-A 5 volts. Now let's also test the USB maximum power. So I'm testing here USB-A first. I've adjusted the voltage to 12 volts, but we can't see anything here because we are on the wrong page. So I have to move this to the right side, to the third screen, which is the USB screen. And so we can see on USB-A we have a 12.1 volts, same thing as we have here. And so let's see how much power we can get out here. 23 watts. I think there's no indication about the power on the DC power supply. I mean, we can see the voltage and the amps, but I think there's no wattage here. Could be wrong, but let's increase. We are at 25, 27. We are at a little bit above 30 watts, 32, 34, 35, and it had a cut off, but we can see when I reduce the power comes back and I can start over again. So that confirms that we have really good, nice protection built into this DC power supply. Yeah, I was trying to check on USB-C and didn't work, so I had to turn it off and turn it on again. So if you have problems with USB, then just turn it off, turn it on again. I don't know if that was a bug. So that's what we have here on USB-C. Definitely more impressive. Looks like we have maximum power of a little bit more than 60 watts. Voltage, I think, up to 12 volts as well. Definitely more compatibility, pretty much everything except from VOOC, Super VOOC, which is rather rare, definitely. And so here we have the PD settings. Here it shows even 20 volts. That's interesting. Can we get that? 9 volts, 12, 15, 20 volts. Yeah, pretty impressive. So we could even charge laptops or so. And so let's do the same test on USB-C here. Also USB-C, we are at 20 volts. And so I'm increasing the power. Now you can see the blue numbers going up here. I mean, voltage we have already, but the amps are increasing. We are already at 50 watt, 54 watt, 60 watt, 61, 62. Where's the cut off? 63. I think we had 63 for just a short moment. Then it dropped down. And when I reduced it, I think you have seen that power came back also from a 63 watt cut off. That's really nice. And so confirmation that we have powerful USB output. 36 watts here in USB-A, a little bit more than 60 watts here on USB-C. Support for quick charge PD. Yeah, we even have an indicator here how we have been reaching the 20 volts as PD fix, not variable. Yeah, I would say that's pretty cool. So let's check here if you can really see the difference. Let's go to PPS. And yeah, we get confirmation here. Had a little bit problem with the camera, but now we can see PPS, something I've never seen before from a power supply. I think that it's showing how quick charge or PD power is delivered. Brings that to a really new level of information, and it definitely works. You can see I can slowly increase the voltage and it's doing a really exactly same thing here, slowly up to 20 or actually 21 volts. Now after making some tests we can also hear the fan. It's not super loud, but we can definitely hear that. Absolutely no problem, for example in a garage or so, but I wouldn't recommend to use it in a bedroom. And so let's also test the ripple current on DC output. You can see I've set it to 5 volts, 1 amp maximum. Doesn't matter here because I'm just testing the ripple current. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, definitely below 10 millivolts, which is super nice. Maximum, yeah, here we had short 10 millivolts, but usually below 10 millivolts. That's perfect. Absolutely awesome DC power supply. On USB it was a little bit higher. But now let's get to the big boys stuff here with this 12 volt lithium polymer battery. I have it attached here. You can see it shows already the voltage without having output here. And so I'm adjusting the charging voltage here. 14, supposed to be 14.6. We can definitely do that. One thing to know here, if you can't see yellow or blue here when switching, I had this already once, then you can just turn it off, turn it on again, and it will come back. Maybe also small bug. And so I think we are ready to go. Pressing the start here, we have the green and we have charging. Let's see what we can see here, especially here. Could be very interesting to see. Very nice overview about what's going on. Capacity, energy, charging time. By the way, we can also adjust the voltage and the current here directly also with this VA switch, and we can adjust the time with the left and right button. Fully left is 0.1 second per dot, so it will run a little bit faster, and we can adjust it to the right side to maximum 0.5 seconds. Then of course it's running a little bit slower. Yes, I would say a really amazing device here. So many options, so many information. We have even USB on top, different displays with really a lot of information. Quite a difference compared to such normal traditional standard DC chargers where we definitely have much less options, much less information. And by the way, these have about the same amount of power. So I would say another great device here is the FNIRSI for USB charging, normal DC charging or whatever you need. And so I would say full recommendation from my side. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this FNIRSI DC power supply, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.